Yo, welcome back my G's, it's Don Was a Year. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you my aim warm-up routine that I do when I get on, and it's the first thing I do when I get on in creative. Before free building, before doing anything, I'll just go in the Skaavok Aim Trainer and do a little routine to warm up my shotgun aim and my AR tracking. So, if you watch the full video, you'll understand what I do and how I do it and why I do it. This is for controller, by the way. It's not for keyboard and mouse. There is all sorts of alternatives for keyboard and mouse. I don't personally play keyboard and mouse, so there'd be no point me making a video on that. Also, before we get into the video, I just want to thank everyone using my supporter creator code and everyone following me on my socials. All my socials and my creator code will be in the description, and my creator code will be on screen. Yeah, thank you everyone, and without further ado, let's get into the map, let's get into the warm-up routine. So here we are in the Skaavok Aim Trainer. The map code will be in the description. The first thing I do when I load up the Skaavok Aim Trainer is I grab the guns that I would normally use in normal games. So that'd be attack. I'd then grab a lever shotgun. I also like to grab a combat and then a P90. And then what I do is I'll just arrange my guns like in an order that I'd use them in game, like that. So saying the attack's the main gun. If I'm using like the lever as the main gun, I'll just switch them around like that to the first slot. Right, so then first thing I start off with, I start using the reason I'm using a combat is because I like the tight spread, the tight bullet spread. So you have to be more accurate with the combat. So that's why I like it. If you're good with the combat, you'll definitely be good with attack or the lever. So that's why I practice with it. First thing I do is I'll jump into Tile Frenzy. I'll go close range and then I'll go time trial because I'm only doing it for 2 minutes. And then I'll grab the combat, and while moving, I'm just aiming at these targets. Even though they do not have aim assist and it's not like the best thing to do for aim training, the reason I'm doing it is for just to get used to my sensitivity again, because sometimes when I come on, and especially when you're on controller, I feel like it's hard to get used to your sensitivity. So doing something like this where there's no aim assist, there's no pull, just helps me get used to my sensitivity. And then after I've done the 2 minutes of Tile Frenzy, I'll go to 360 Z Frenzy, and then I'll do the time trial on this one. And then all I'm doing is making sure that I'm always moving, always moving about, never stood still, always ducking, practicing your movement. But in this one, I'm only aiming for headshots. Now, I'm not bothered about the score that I get in any of them. I'm just looking to do this consistently every day. Yeah, so I'm just aiming for headshots until the timer runs out, and then it'll bring your score up if you're into that. The next one I go to is then Skeet Frenzy. I'll go Skeet Frenzy, 1 HP and time trial, and then just using my combat again because it has the most range. While moving about, I'll just practice my shotgun aim. You can also build out if you would like to, but I'm not into that, so I just prefer to do it from where I am. And then after I've completed the 2 minutes on Skeet Frenzy, I'll go to Popcorn. I'll do 360, 1 HP, time trial. And then all I'm doing is just practicing my click timing. You're trying to get them before they reach the top. You don't want them to reach the top and then hit them. It's hard to do, but that's basically what you want it to do. It's all about reactions. And then after I've done the time trial and bounce, on Popcorn, I will go to the time trial and bounce. And this is where I'll use my lever. Or you can use your tack, it's entirely up to you. I then select the 200 HP option and the 180 option. And then I'll go into time trial, and all I'll do is just jump off here and then bounce around like this. Practicing my aim and switch, so like pump and switch type deal. While bouncing, and I'll do this for the full duration, the full 2 minutes. And then after I've done that and it's took me back to the score thing, I'll go back into bounce, back into that one, but I'll choose 360 instead, and then choose the time trial. And then I'll stay on this middle section here and just do the exact same thing. Or if you use the tack more often, you can just use your tack and just follow them like that. Basically what you're doing is you're just tracking them the whole way, and you're trying to get headshots as well to do max damage. And then when I'm done with this one, I'll go to the reaction CP. And then all I'm doing is moving around and aiming for edge shots, either with attack or the lever. You wanna make sure you're ducking shots and stuff like that. Like when enemies are shooting at you, you're trying to always use your movement, and you try to kill these as fast as possible, so it like emulates actual player movement rather than just a target standing still. So the faster you kill them, the more they spawn in, and you know, the more they fly in. And then after I've done that, I'll go into reaction FS and do the time trial in here. And then all I'm doing in this one is keeping my reticle to the middle, coming a bit further in, yeah, and then I'm just aiming at the target when they pop out like that. If you want to make it harder for yourself, you can get closer, but then you need to listen to sound cues, because it gets really hard just listening to sound. And yeah, basically that is my aim warm-up routine when it comes to shotgun aim. And then all I do is when I'm doing my AR aim, I'll go Skeet Frenzy, I'll go 100 HP, and I'll go time trial, and then I'll just trying my hardest to kill as many as I can. It's really hard on controller is this, because like if your ADS is too low, you need to like come out of your aim and then go back in as they fall, because they fall really quick. So I'll do the full time trial on that, and then I'll come out, I'll go to horizontal, I'll go to medium, and then I'll just go to time trial, and then I'll do this as many times as I feel like my aim is on point. So you just want to follow the target and make sure like you're always like stuck to him like glue. If you're aiming and you're too far behind him, or you're too in front of him, you want to carry on going until your aim feels more consistent. And then when I'm done with that, I'll do vertical, same, medium, and then time trial. And then same again, you're just looking for, you know, you make sure your aim's sticky and that you're hitting all your shots. And if you want to, you can add the long versions in as well and do a time trial of the long version. But what I like to do with the long version is I like to tap fire, just to practice my one-shot accuracy tap firing, and just, you know, just basically following the target from range. And I would do that with vertical as well. Also, I do go into bounce to practice my SMG aim, and then what I'll do is I'll basically do the same thing, 180 time trial, and just jump about practicing my SMG aim as I go. And then when I'm done with that, I'll dance out, click bounce again, and then I'll do the 360 version, and then I'll just do movement from the middle and just stand here like this, while always moving and practicing your SMG aim. After that, I'll go into the dynamic, do medium and long, or if you want, you can just do medium. I don't like doing the close range ones, but you can do them for your SMG aim if you would like. And then I just do a few rounds of this. Now, this one's a lot more erratic, so, you know, practice this at your own will for as long as you would like. Normally, I just like to do 2 minutes just to get myself warmed up and then get in game. And then that's basically all I do. I do the peak course and the jump shot ones, stuff like that, but that's after I've practiced, like, you know, doing my aim. And then basically, if you want to get some more practice on your SMG aim, all I would do is do the close one and, you know, do it like this, free aim. But being on controller, I don't think this helps too much, because if you're free aiming with an SMG, you're usually in a box and you usually get loads of aim assist. So yeah. Anyway, guys, that is basically my warm-up for controller. If you like the video, please like, subscribe, leave a comment. Let me know what I could have done next time. Let me know what other videos you want to see in the comment section. And yeah, thanks guys. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks guys. Bye bye.